Hello, Champagne Dreamers, and welcome back to my channel. I'm your North Dakota trash queen of glam, geek, and gore.
Angela, what are you doing?
Taking over your channel. And I brought my ketchup soda with me.
Hello again, Angie is back with me.
Hello.
Taking over my channel. We're doing another gross taste test. We have some ketchup soda that we are going to try. This is Grandpa Joe's old-fashioned soda pop. I don't think old-fashioned anybody was drinking ketchup soda, so I don't know what old-fashioned this is relating to. This feels like making America great again, like going back in time, but worse. So we're going to go ahead and try this. We've got a couple little straws in here, and we've already smelled it, and it smells disgusting.
Questionable, but, you know, it's ketchup soda. Okay, so, you ready?
Let's go.
Oh. No.
No. No. No.
No.
No.
Should we do another one just to torture ourselves? Okay. I think my hair was... Oh, I'm sorry. Let's torture ourselves one more time. So then we can... Here we go. We'll finish the... Oh! Oh! It is a crazy...
It's got almost like a clove taste to it.
It kind of does.
There are no cloves in ketchup.
It's weird. It's really weird, and it's one of those weirdly sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know if we didn't know it was ketchup. I don't know if I would
guess
ketchup.
not guess ketchup. Because I just get clove. Like, there is like a... Yeah. Because I know it's ketchup, I feel like I can sense something that I can identify as tomato. But I feel like I can only identify it as tomato because I know it's ketchup. Yeah. Otherwise, I would just be like, it's some weird random sweet flavor with clove.
Yeah, that's that's one of the... That would rank up there with some of the bad ones. What was our other one? Corn?
Corn.
The corn! And even, like, that initial smell of it, like Janessa said, that initial smell was...
It has the juice. That was not good.
This would be a great one to just, like...
Surprise someone
with, yeah.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled video. Hello, Champagne Dreamers! Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I certainly hope you'll stick around. My name is Janessa, and I am North Dakota's trash queen of glam, geek, and gore. And for today's video, we have another tag video for you. I am super excited. I love tag videos. I have always said from the beginning of my channel that I love them. I want to do lots of tag videos. And I have another one that's going to be a lot of fun. So we are going to be doing a tag that was created by Ava Marie, but I was inspired, as I am for so many of my tags, by the beautiful, the lovely, the talented Angelica Nyqvist from Sweden. Can't stop, won't stop. I love Angelica's channel, and she always finds new fun tag videos. I will make sure that both Ava Maria's video and Angelica's are down in the description box. So we are going to be doing the Makeup Declutter Tag, and if you are excited to hear all of my answers for this, then definitely stick around because we're getting into it right now. So this is the Makeup Declutter Tag. This is about things that probably should be decluttered, probably will never be decluttered. I really like it. I think it's a fun tag. I was very excited when I saw this pop up, and I am super excited. The first question is a makeup item that's impractical. Now, I have a lot of them. I don't mind weird, bulky packaging. I have all of those weird glam light palettes, the puffy burger palette, the pizza slice palettes, the taco palette. I have a bunch of palettes from Jeffree Star that are weird shapes and sizes and all that kind of stuff. I have the Glam Light, the Artist palettes. I had to look over there. They're right there. I'm not being accosted by ghosts. I also have that Too Faced Anniversary palette that is obnoxiously long, but only 2 rows of eyeshadow. But in terms of this one, something that's impractical, and I don't think that one of them is impractical. but I have 6 of them. And that is the Norvina Artistry palettes. I love these. I think these are really good. I like these palettes way better than any of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. I think the pigmentation is better for brights, for neons, for fun colors. I think they're phenomenal, but they are a lot. They are really big, and by the time you get 6 of them together, they take up a chunk of space. So these are ones that are a little bit awkward, but I don't mind weird, large, oversized packaging. And for what you get with this, it's actually not bad. I mean, look at all these. There are 25 shades in here. And I think that for $60, 25 shades for $60 when a regular ABH palette is $14 for like $45. This is a great deal. The colors are beautiful. The pigmentation is beautiful. So it's a good deal and you get a lot of product, but it's just an awkward size, especially with 6 of them. Question number 2, a mascara that is definitely expired. I don't buy a lot of full-size mascaras because they will expire. I don't do makeup every single day. Every time I do makeup, I use some sort of mascara just to darken my lashes before I put falsies on. So I'm never going to be a huge mascara person. I do love the Too Faced Better Than Sex, but every once in a while I will try one out, and I did pick up one full size when it was on the 21 Days of Beauty a year or so ago, and that's the NARS Climax Mascara. Everybody was going on and on about how good this mascara was. I thought this was trash. I thought this was not good. I didn't get any length or separation or anything, so maybe if you already have long, beautiful lashes, this will make them black and fluffy or some shit, but I did not love this. Even just for darkening them before I put falsies on, I didn't love this. And I tried to love it, and it has expired, and it just needs to go, and I'm not going to buy it again. I just don't love it. Question number 3 is a red lipstick that you never wear. Girl, call me Taylor Swift, because I have all the red lipstick. I love a red lipstick, and I have so many. And I don't even do red lips all that often. I'm much more likely to do a hot pink or even like a purple like we have now. I love a pink lip, but I do love a classic red lip sometimes. But I have so many. So when I was really trying to think of what's one that I don't wear that I really should, this is the Too Faced Matte Talic Liquid Lipstick. We'll talk about that in a minute. And this is in the shade Bitch I'm Too Faced. I really did like these Too Faced melted matte liquid lipsticks. I don't know if the melted metallic are as good, but the melted mattes are phenomenal. They're really good. And this is one that I should wear because I love a metallic liquid lip. And I'm just really excited to play with this more. I need to keep this up on my desk and use it in a couple looks because this one just has not gotten any love from me. And it's called Bitch I'm Too Faced. We love a little side eye. Question number 4 is a high-end item not worth the money. Anything by Pat McGrath? I mean, let's get real. I like some things from Pat McGrath, and I think Pat McGrath is fine. But I'm glad that the chokehold that Pat McGrath had on the beauty community for a while seems to be letting up because people refuse to even criticize her. And if you were like, those palettes for $125, people would jump your shit. They were all over it. There was somebody that I heard that was like, if you say that her palettes are too expensive, you're racist. And I was like, no, we're just saying that it's fucking ridiculous to pay $125 for that makeup. It's fine. She can charge whatever she wants. She owns the company. She can charge whatever she wants. She can look at her cost-benefit analysis, whatever. All that smart shit that I'm too dumb to do. She can look at all of that and decide to charge whatever she wants. But that doesn't mean that we have to sit out here and suck her dick and say that that makes sense. Those eyeshadow palettes, I do not understand how they are $125. Because the special shades, and I think we need to stop saying that shit right away. The special shades, which are just glitter topper shades, yes, they're maybe a little nicer, they're a little finer milled, they're still just fucking topper shades. They're great, they're beautiful, but to me, it doesn't make it worth $125. And I say that because I am a fucking clown, because if I opened up this drawer right next to me, there are several. Now, I've never paid full price for a Pat McGrath palette. I've always had some sort of coupon, or one time there was some sort of glitch where things were already 30 or 40% off, and then Makeup by Torrance let me know that there was a coupon that was working for 50% off. So I got like 3 or 4 of them for like $45. That's more on target for me. But it's just not worth the money, and I need to stop buying it. There's so many things, I buy so many things, and so I was like, well, if I buy some Pat McGrath too, what does it matter? If I've got a coupon, if I've got some Sephora rewards. But I do not understand, and I'm so glad that obsession, people are finally starting to talk about the fact that she puts out the same fucking colors all the time. That mauvey, pink, purple berry with a couple of like brown neutrals, a pop of gold, and then some glitter shades, and even some of the glitter shades are starting to look the same. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I'm never going to be a Pat McGrath super fan. Sue me. Number 5 is a drugstore dud. Now, I don't try a lot of drugstore. There are some things that I love. I love Milani. I love Flower Beauty. I've gotten into that recently. I do like a lot of things from Maybelline. Revlon. Oh, girl. Revlon. And Revlon's in trouble. If you keep up with Jen Love and her What's Up in Makeup news, she's been giving updates on the Revlon bankruptcy, and they seem to be in trouble. And I understand, because everything that I've bought from them, except for their just like old school lipsticks, has not been good. The eyeshadows, I mean, I would call them chalk dust, but I feel like that's an insult to chalk. It's just bad. The liquid lipsticks just like cracked and were gross. I just have not had good luck, except the traditional like tube lipsticks. And referencing back to question number 3, I love Revlon. I think the only Revlon products I currently have in my collection are some of those like vintage classic shades. When I was still in college and I was working on my master's thesis, in the basement where the study room was, there would be collections of bound magazines, and they had old Vogues from like the 40s and 50s, and sometimes if I needed a break, I would just go through and look at the fashion, and they had beautiful makeup ads, and like Revlon had these really classic, iconic red shades like Cherries in the Snow, Fire and Ice, and I do have some of those in my collection just because I love them, but I don't really wear them. When I think of red lipsticks, it's never my go-to. I just love to have them. So if I wanted to do like a vintage inspired makeup look, I could pull out Cherries in the Snow and do a beautiful red lip. So Revlon is kind of a drugstore dud. I'm sad that they're going through bankruptcy, but I'm not surprised. Question number 6 is an eyeshadow palette that you forgot you had. Mine would have to be the Graveyard Girl Swamp Thing palette from Tarte. I swear I thought I had decluttered this, and I was getting ready to do a video, and I was getting ready my notes for this one, and I was going through my drawers to see if there were any that I had forgotten about, and I really thought I had decluttered this one because the product is terrible. I bought it to support Bunny. I bought it because I loved Graveyard Girl's content at the time, but I really forgot that I still had it. I could have sworn that I decluttered this. Now, similar to a palette that I forgot that I owned, I also have these 2 palettes. These are the Erd palette and the Skuld palette from Odin's Eye Cosmetics. And it wasn't that I forgot that I had them, it's that I forgot that I ordered them. So I maybe order a lot of makeup. Maybe. And I usually do a pretty good job of keeping track of what's coming so I can watch for deliveries and all of that. But these had gotten stuck in customs. So I've been waiting on my order from Odin's Eye. It was these 2 palettes, and then 1 of the blushes, and 3 of the highlighters from the Solmana 2 collection. And I totally forgot that it was coming. And so when it just arrived on my door, I was like, oh, shit yeah, I did order those. I love it. I ordered it because, as we know, I love green eyeshadow. And I finally decided to pull the trigger and buy this when I saw Angelica on her channel swatch this out. And this green shade sold it for me. Because in the pan, it looks pretty. But then when I saw it on her arm, I was like, fuck me sideways. That is a beautiful deep green metallic shimmer. I was like, I have to own that. And so I was like, I gotta pick this up. And I'd been eyeing this all shimmer palette for a while. I feel like this is a great companion palette. If you have an all matte palette that you want to play with and you just need some shimmer, these shimmers look beautiful. And so I was like, you know what, let's go pick up those. I wanted to get a couple more of the highlighters. When I placed my initial order for the Somana 2 collection, I picked up 3 of the highlighters, 3 of the blushes, and I was trying to show some restraint and not just buy all of them. But my version of restraint ended up being buying all of the highlighters and 4 of the blushes. So I didn't buy 2 of them. That's gotta count for something, right? So I was like, I'm gonna get this one as well. So I placed an order for this. So it was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting it. I'd kind of forgotten. And I hadn't been checking, and I hadn't been getting the tracking updates because it was stuck in customs. And then it just didn't get updated and then just showed up at my house. Happy birthday to me several months early. Question number 7 is a foundation that's not your shade match. And this has been decluttered. So speaking of makeup declutter, I have gotten rid of this, and that was the Marc Jacobs foundation. Rest in peace, Marc Jacobs Beauty, whatever. I didn't really care for it. I thought the highlighters were stunning. They were beautiful. And the blushes were gorgeous. Definitely check out my first blush journey video to see more about the Marc Jacobs blush. But the eyeshadow palettes were boring, and I heard good things about the foundation, but it was like $54. So Sephora at one point, before they had announced that Marc Jacobs was being discontinued, but I think we were in the run-up to it, and the foundations all went to 50% off. And I was like, well, let me at least try it. I wanted to get a shade because I did a look on my old website where I did a Face Friday of Karen makeup. And I did all the brands that feel like they're just too expensive and bougie for me. And so they didn't have a lot of selection, and so I bought one that was way too fucking yellow and way too dark. I mean, we were almost blending ourselves into a hate crime. It was a lot. It was dark. It wasn't fully too dark, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it was towing that line of decency. So I really had to work with concealer to lighten it all up. And you can do that. I mean, it's not ideal. You can mix foundations, or if you have something a little too dark, you can kind of lighten it up with your concealer. But this was inappropriately dark. Tasteless. So that Marc Jacobs was not a match, and I did declutter that. If there are foundations that just aren't working for me, those are ones that I never have any trouble decluttering. And I usually don't even wait for a full-on declutter. I'll sometimes just toss them, or I'll give them to a friend if I know somebody that I think it'll work for. Question number 8 is a product that wasn't worth the hype. And I have to say, before you come for me, I do like this product and I still use it. But for me, it maybe wasn't worth all the hype that it got. And that's because I'm an oily beast. So we're going to talk about it. And I do have to say, I love Samantha Ravndal. I love the way that she presents herself on the internet. I think it's really real and authentic and sassy and snarky and pointed, but also empowering and truth-telling. I think it's wonderful, but for me, the product that just kind of wasn't worth the hype is the Auric Glow Lust. So I have the reformulated Morganite shade, and I do like this, but I am an oily beast, and it's really easy for me to look greasy. So unless I use this under foundation, I feel like I put this on and it's just meat sweat. Like, it's not great. It's just not good. And as I wear it and as the night progresses and I start to sweat and get oily, it just does not look great for me. I've seen people use this, and for pictures and for Instagram, beautiful. And like Emily Han uses this in place of like foundation. So they will put this all over their face and then they will use concealer and do some other kinds of things. That looks beautiful on them. It looks absolutely beautiful. But for me, where I need to have a full coverage beat, I can use this under my foundation and it looks good, but it still is not exactly what I hoped it would be based on all the hype. Question number 9 is, what is a concealer that you just couldn't make work? The Kimchi Chic Beauty The Most Concealer. I have bitched and moaned and complained about this packaging. It's like a squeezy tube with like a brush tip, and it's one of those where the product squeezes out into the brush. It's impossible to control how much product you get. You either get too little and you're squeezing it forever, or a big glop comes out. I hate it. I hate the packaging so much. And I've bitched about the packaging so much that I think I didn't really pay attention to the fact that I also just kind of don't like this concealer. It's very thick, and I am a full coverage beast. I love full coverage. but I don't necessarily need that much coverage from a concealer and a foundation. I'm getting full coverage from my foundation, so if this is a little bit lighter, this just is so thick, and I feel like I get so cakey. And I maybe picked the wrong color. I think this is like the lightest color besides white, and it's got like a little bit of a pink to it, which normally works for me, but it's a little too pink, and it's just a lot, and I just cannot get this to really work the way I want it to. So there's a lot of things that I do enjoy from Kimchi Chic Beauty, but this one ain't it. And the final question, question number 10, if you had to start one makeup category over from scratch, which one would it be? I'm going to take the easy way out with this because I have so many eyeshadow palettes that I love, I could not bear to part with. I have so many lip products. I have so many blushes. I love my color cosmetics. It would break my heart. I'm going to say foundations because that's one thing. I will buy an eyeshadow palette just to try it and play and then gift it to somebody. And, you know, I do some decluttering that way. And I really just love to play with color. Foundations, I know the things that I'm looking for. Because I'm an oily beast, if I get the wrong foundation, it's just not going to be great for me. So I don't do a lot of experimenting with foundations. If something says that it's radiant, or says that it's dewy, or says that it's glowy usually, I just do not buy it. Because I know that when you put that on this oil slick, bad things will happen. Chaos ensues. And so I'm just not going to do it. So foundations would be easy because I would just go to Amma Beauty and I would pick up my foundation, Fair Lady T3C, hey girl. And I would pick up a couple of other foundations that I love. I would maybe get like the Hard Candy foundation to have a drugstore option. Get some Maybelline Super Stay foundation. I would get my Urban Decay All Nighter foundation in 3.5. Like, I know what to get. I'm not looking to try new things. And I would maybe try some new things if I was starting out completely from scratch. I don't know if they're talking about they're going to wipe my memory and I have to start over, but I feel like I even know the keywords, so even if I wasn't allowed to just automatically go back to my tried and true, I would know more of what to look for than before. I waste so much less money on foundations than I used to, because I just know how to choose for this face. This one. All of it. Hashtag hooker clown. All right, that is the end of the video. I love a tag video. I hope you enjoyed this too. I had so much fun. I actually need to film a declutter sometime soon because this, I'm just looking. I know you can't see it on the camera, but I'm looking at the chaos around me and it's a lot. So look for a declutter coming soon to my channel, but that'll be coming. But I was glad that I got to do the Makeup Declutter Tag. All right, that is it for the video. Let me know down in the comments section what you thought about it. What makeup are you looking to declutter? How would you answer these questions? Let me know. If there's any other tags that you've seen that I don't know about, I'm always scouring the YouTubes for new tags, but it's very easy with the mysterious ways that that algorithm works. There are some channels I just don't get recommended that I don't find. So if there's any tags that you're aware of that I haven't done or that I haven't found, let me know down in the comments below and we'll have a discussion about it and maybe you'll see it pop up here on my channel. While you're down there, don't forget to give me that thumbs up, or if you're just like, girl, you need to declutter, you have too much makeup, you've got too much sassy Technicolor nightmare face, then just give me that thumbs down. I don't care. I will take it. It's all engagement. The algorithm isn't a piggy bitch, and neither am I. While you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified of all future uploads. I try really hard to make sure I get at least one video a week, and sometimes, if you're very lucky, you might even get a bonus video. Ooh, declutterific. If you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate between uploads, all of my social media will be linked down in the description box below. I'm most active on Instagram. Find me there, at JanessaJOfficial. And it will also include a link to my website, now fully relaunched, up and going, operating, going at full speed, The World of Champagne at JanessaJ.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you. I'm so excited that I got to do this tag. It means a lot to me, and I hope you enjoyed it. And until I see you again, bye. Where are you?
Where did you go?
Where did you go in here? There you are. Okay. There's a lot of things that I do enjoy from Kimchi Chic Beauty, but this one ain't it. That ain't it, kid. That ain't it, kid. Dance 10 looks 3. And I'm still on unemployment. Dancing for my own enjoyment. Tits and ass. This section of the video brought to you by some weird chorus line flashback.